Like for myself, that's one of the main things that I do, is I try to reinvent myself all the time. Literally all the time. So if it's nail the trick, Falco guides, new character guides, mentality guides, the Game 6 videos, One Stock Go, RTS, coaching clip videos, so many different styles of videos, right? So that's what I've done is all these different styles of videos. It's like, okay, a lot of players since the beginning of time, they've just kind of done stream clips, and that's totally fine. If they want to do stream clips, that's totally fine. But it's like, imagine if a player, not that this player does or doesn't do this, but let's just say a player like Trixx. Imagine Trixx put out videos teaching how to play Pokemon Trainer. As much as I did for Falco. He could probably have 100,000 subs already. But he doesn't do that. He just doesn't do it, right? So imagine like, or if MKLeo put up videos on Joker, if Void put up videos on Sheik, like they'll do it sometimes here and there, but also there's a bit of a balance as well where it's like, okay, if you're a top player, you don't want to give away all your secrets. You don't want to give away all your secrets to how to play top level Pokemon Trainer or Joker or Pichu or Sheik or whatever it is, because if you do that, then you might not be a top player for very long, right? You might not be a top player for very long because everybody just knows everyone knows how you think already. So I guess that's the difference between me and them, is since I don't have the desire to be #1 Smash player in the world, I'd rather be a content creator. I have no problem telling everybody all of my secrets as far as how to play Falco and everything I figured out. And same thing with Pyra and Mythra. Maybe, whether or not I actually figured out a ton of new stuff with Pyra and Mythra, anything that I did figure out, I put out. I never said, oh, this is really good, and I'm going to keep this to myself so I can use it in a tournament and win a tournament. So no, I'm just going to put this out, and if I lose because someone knew it was coming, like, this is kind of what it is, you know? It's like, I guess. There's literally, first of all, no one's putting this much work into videos anymore in general at all. For guides, I did this every single day, first of all. Second of all, there's not a single chance on earth I'm willing to bet my entire life that you're telling me I put out a video like this that shows all these different applications for Lightning Buster and no one thought it was good. Not a single top player thinks, yo, this is something I should use. None. That's what you're saying? That's why no one else made a video on this? No, it's because this was really fucking good and they don't want to make it obviously known to a ton of people. I promise you that. Whenever I do like the Beerverse or the way back, like shit like this, for example, like the fact that I put this out like so fast, that's why the video blew up the way that it did, right? But if a top player figured this out like the first day, like I'm not going to show anybody this. I'll let them figure it out when they figure it out. But like even this, like the movement you can do, the wave bouncing into catching people rolling in or teching in place or rolling away, all this stuff. There's no way that somebody saw this video as a top player and they were like, no, I'll never use that. There's no chance. Same thing with like the active hop stuff. Like the active hop stuff, like yes, it was just for Falco at the time, but you saw how it blew up in the scene once it became a standard for every character. It's like, but yeah, guess who put that out? Snasen put it out. It wasn't MKLeo, it wasn't Void, it wasn't Tweak, it wasn't a top player by any means, right? If anyone deserves recognition for putting in the grind into hard work and content creation, it's you. 100%, bro. And I appreciate that. Like I've been honestly grinding like beyond crazy for the last month to try and either like just get a sponsorship of some sort or like just put together a portfolio to say here's what I'm capable of. By the way, for the last month, for the month of March, I got over 407,000 views. 407,000. Yeah, 407,000 views in 1 month. Almost got to 500,000 views in a month just on the Pyra and Mythra guys alone, which is pretty ridiculous. And how many top players watch my videos? I'm willing to bet, I don't want to say all of them because that'd be very bold to say, but a very large portion of them do. I know Larry Lur watches mine. I know DeBuzz has seen my videos. Master Mario has seen my videos. Void has seen my videos. Kofi has seen my videos. I'm sure Leo has seen my videos. Hungrybox has seen my videos. I don't know if Tweak has. I know these players have seen my videos. Just based on some of the shit that they do. And not to mention, even when I go into their chats, they know who I am already. Izza has obviously seen my videos as well. I'm sure Banana Boy has. And that's one of those things. It's like, I still don't get recognition as a top player because I don't have the results. But it's like, there's a lot of shit that I'm putting into videos, and between me and Mage at least, that we're labbing out. And it turns into very, very viable shit. Because it's not just, oh, true combo 0 to death, and you're just automatically dead. If anything, the top players don't watch Nail the Trick. Nail the Trick, in my opinion, is for players that don't understand a lot about the game as far as the tech chasing, how something that is not true can still be viable. Even these platform setups, doing the wave bounce stuff to make a read or conditioning people. Stuff like that. I feel like that's what top players care way more about. And I think one thing that's actually like really underrated is that even for Pyra and Mytha and how much I figured out and how quickly I figured all these things out, I still had time to lab all this stuff, do a super good job of it, find brand new stuff nearly every single day, and edit the video and do the thumbnail and the voiceover and everything on top of it. So think about how much better I'd be at the game if I never put out videos and I never spent time editing videos, and instead I spent all my time just playing instead. Like, bruh, I'd be millions of miles ahead of so many more people. I'm already pretty far ahead of a lot of people as far as just overall skill and understanding of the game, but I would be so much further ahead if I just didn't say anything on how to teach, like how to learn all this stuff, and I didn't spend all my time editing these videos. So a video like this, even the labbing aspect of it was probably, I want to say, close to an hour to 3 hours, between an hour and 3 hours. And after that hour to 3 hours of labbing, there's probably 4 or 5 hours of editing and getting the clips and staging and doing the voiceover and putting the music together and editing the music and editing the voiceover as well so it sounds good, then doing the thumbnail. Like, all that shit takes nearly as long, if not almost twice as long as actually figuring out the stuff. And that's the thing, though. It's like when I'm labbing something out, yeah, even like a video like this video is incredibly useful, but the average player does not understand this video at all. Like hit sequencing and like knowing when you should opt out or dash away or go for a grab or spot dodge rather than doing multiple hits on shield, or how many hits you should do on shield if someone's jumping out early, stuff like that. Like, this is like super specific thing. Like, I even showed it right here. I'll show a couple examples, right? And it's like, these are hired, if not top level, things to think about. Whether or not this is the best example, like this is the thing is, I'm staging this stuff a lot as far as like the videos themselves, like with Juice, or sorry, with Mage just standing here and then just like doing these types of things. But like even stuff like this is like, yes, this is something that a top coach teaches. This is like something that you would find in a coaching session that would cost you $100 an hour. And I just put this out because I can. Like, so much of my stuff on my channel that I just put out for free, I should be charging for, because if you went to Mewtwo King or MKLeo or DeBuzz or anybody else, this is the kind of stuff that they're going to teach you in a coaching session. This is the kind of stuff that is not on their YouTube channel. And because this is the kind of stuff that makes you a really fucking good player if you understand how to do this stuff and actually apply it properly. I see people bitching for $30 for coaching on your channel all the time, bro. People don't understand what they're getting into when they get coached by you. No, honestly, that's the thing. Almost every single time, actually, I can say this confidently. I've never had a coaching session ever where someone's gotten coaching and then been like, all right, like that was a waste of time. Like that's never ever happened. If it has happened, like, people suck at lying, because more often than not, anyone who's ever gotten coaching, if they get coaching once and then they don't come back, it's because it was expensive for them. And that's totally fine. If you have a family or a wife and kids, or you're really young, or it was a present to you and you only get coaching once, sure. But a lot of people come back multiple times, and that's also totally fine as well. Trixx is a man of the people. I try, bro. M2K seems like an extremely good coach. M2K also coaches unconsciously while streaming. Yeah. I feel like M2K would probably be one of the better coaches for sure. Because as far as like even the videos that like, and I guess I can just say this, whether you call it a hot take or not. I feel like he is someone who actually contributed pretty heavily for Pyra and Mithra, as far as putting out more than one video on how to play Pyra and Mithra once, and it was the most basic shit in the entire world. Like, between me, him, and Void, that was pretty much it. Like, I'm sure there's other small channels that didn't get the recognition, and I don't want to take away from that. But, like, as far as the people that should be leading the charge, I guess, it shouldn't technically even be me. That's why people are subbing to my channel so much, because no one's taking the charge. Like, if MK Leo's like, alright, he's gonna play fucking Pyra and Mithra. Here's 10 guides on everything I know about them, and I'm the best player in the world, so you're just gonna believe everything I say. Even if it was, like, really bad as far as the guides, but he, like, did really basic shit. Like, as far as, like, bad as far as, like, editing and, like, presentation was bad, shit like that. But it was still 10 videos on Pyra and Mithra. He would be exploding even more, right? And actually, the more that people do that, the less I would be blowing up as well. In some cases, I'm kind of grateful. Like, one of the biggest upsides in the world for me, as far as making the channel successful, is the fact that Larry Lur dropped Falco, like, right after the first tournament. If Larry Lur kept with Falco since the beginning of time, and he was playing him all this time, there's a chance it would have been called the Larry Hop instead of the Active Hop. Who knows, right? Maybe he could have figured it out, maybe not. But more so, the fact that he wasn't doing anything for Falco, like, at all. He put out, like, how to fight or how to play as Falco, a couple guides, but then that was it. He didn't do anything niche. A lot of people just came to me instead, and then I was known as the face of Falco, or face of Falco for YouTube, I guess. In some cases, it's good. Like, from a marketing standpoint, from myself, I definitely capitalize on it huge. Icy's main super lab stuff. Yeah, and that's the thing, too. There are some characters that are just completely untouched. And a lot of it, at least for me, with the characters that are completely untouched, like Ice Climbers, Duck Hunt, they just don't have the representation at top level play for enough people to care about them. That's it. If Ice Climbers became like a huge deal and every top player was playing them or cared about them, or like they were a meta destroying character, then I would have videos on them. But since they aren't and no one really gives a shit about them, then I'm not going to make videos on them.